Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the videos. It's wonderful to have you guys here again as always. Today in this video we're back on the BMW project. Lots changed since you guys last seen this. I've been very busy. I'm currently waiting on parts to be able to make manifolds. I've got more than a week wait to get bits so I can continue on the manifold deal, but yeah, so I've been using the spare time and getting some stuff done on this thing. One of which is I've made up myself a hot side charge pipe, whole bunch of pie cuts. Some of the welding's not too bad, some of it's pretty shit, but it'll hold in the boosty boost, so that's cool. And I had a heap of straight pipe there, so I was able to just use it and pie cut my way around here into the intercooler, which I just got a reducer coupler, and it goes on there on the compressor housing. But yeah, there's a few other bits and pieces I'd like to run over with you guys as well, so might as well do that. My goal for today, I'd like to get some more done on the exhaust system. I'm still waiting on fittings to be able to get the transcooler plumbed, so I can't really do much with that just yet. Yeah, she's getting ready for a first drive very soon actually. So if you have a look, not much looks like it's changed. I got the alternator to work. Turns out when you try and do something nice, it never works out. So yeah, that's bit shitty there. I had it down on that, there's another terminal down in there next to this, and it must just go off into the abyss because it doesn't actually connect to the power in the car anywhere at all for some reason. So it wasn't powering up the alternator to make it charge, so I had to just pop it onto that post there. I will try and trim back the plastic here so that it sits over the both of them and just looks a little bit neater. Brake booster's done. It has power steering as well. Yeah, so it's still full. I came in here the other day, my fitting showed up for the rack, which was a clusterfuck in itself. Turns out the e46 318i steering racks have a M14 rack feed and an M16 return. Me being me, I went, oh, the bigger one will just be the feed and the smaller one will be the return, and it's not, it's backwards. So the M14's the feed and the 16 is the return. So I ended up plumbing it up backwards and the steering was just locked in center. I knew pretty quickly what I'd done and ordered the correct fitting on Friday. It showed up and it's now all plumbed up and ready to go. It's got the return hose, the return hose from the rack. It just runs from the rack down here and then up back into the reservoir, and then it just loops it back through the pump, through the rack, and then up into the reservoir. But yeah, anyway, that's all sorted. I've also tidied up some of this wiring. The factory Delco ECU is poked through the firewall and down in the cabin, and I will mount it up under the dash at a later date. This wire here is for the thermo fan, which I'll need to relay, so it'll feed power off over to the thermo fan, and the other wire I'll just ground out here onto one of the nearby bolts. I tied it up, and I know it doesn't look tidy, but I loom taped and tied it up. A lot of the factory BMW wiring, and then just sort of shoved it in there. A lot of the factory bracketry for all these like factory relay stuffs, I can't find it anymore. I do still have the lid somewhere, I believe, so I'll have to find at least the lid for the DME, so that will be covered and sealed and nothing will get water or anything in it. But yeah, at least it looks a lot tidier. The wideband is in. I have temporarily put the wideband in the car, which does work. I just need to find a gauge and then a spot to put it so that I can permanently wire it in, as well as the Delco ECU. I need to run the data wire over to the factory OBD port so that I can tune the damn thing. bloody weather, I swear. Yeah, so I can tune the thing. The tune is off. It's just using Ethel's old tune back when it was using this ECU, and it's not right, but it is enough for it to at least start and run for a minute. But I still need to do coolant temperature, which actually it's got coolant in it, so I probably should have done something with that first. It needs a bit of a top up. But yeah, it's got coolant in it. This rad cap's shit. I've got a new one there I've got to put on it. I think I might try and just repin it to the VT temperature sensor, and then I can adjust it in the tune. And IAT will go in the bottom here of this intercooler piping, which this intercooler piping will run down and through this headlight area into the intercooler there. The intercooler needs a good wash. But it's starting to become more of a real thing and drivable the more time that I spend on it. But yeah, anyway, my goal for today, I want to get some more done on the exhaust system. So I've got another muffler that showed up and a V-band and another 90-degree bend. So I'll use the 90-degree bend. I've got another 60 to 70-degree bend there as well, and a bit of straight, and I'll try and hopefully have enough there to snake my way to the back of the car and terminate the exhaust there. It's not too bad the way it is, but it is just a little bit loud and a little bit mooey, so put another resonator in it and hopefully that'll quieten it down enough and still sound pretty cool. I've got to order a whole heap of stuff for the wastegates, like flex joint, some stainless bends and pipe, and V-bands to do that. So I'll try and get that ordered soon, as well as some bits to do this other intercooler piping. And I still got to block off this the nipple back there, and I want to weld these closed so I don't have to have this rubbish on it anymore. Yeah, anyway, it's enough nonsense and talking from me. I'm going to get stuck in to getting this exhaust fabbed up. First things first though, I think I got a little bit of an offcut there. I'll put on the V-band and then I'll weld that to the current system, and I'll build a hanger. I've got to make a hanger for it, and then we'll start from there working our way back. Alright, so I just got the V-band welded on and I made up this quick little exhaust hanger. So now that front section from there forward is done. So now I've got to work my way from here back. So I have to kick it back this way and down a little to come through this little pocket area here. I'm going to tuck it up as close as I can to the subframe. In this area, nice and tight there, and then it'll come around and up into the resonator here, and I'll probably make up a hanger or something off one of these old mounts. We'll see. Anyway, I'll cut up a bit of that bend and we'll work on getting it in that direction. Might have to come up. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, let's yeah, it's gonna need a few degrees. Big bit of straight pipe. So 700, pretty much all of that, isn't it? Alright, well, I'm gonna have to end it there. Unfortunately, I've run out of time for today. So I've gotten to here. Got the V-band welded on to the end of this muffler. Made up a exhaust hanger. Had some old aluminium and some steel. So yeah, that's now all nice and supported. And I just got to finish off this section here, which it'll pick it up and then back into the muffler, and then I'll do some sort of turn down style tip. Alright, so I wasn't happy with the way that other video ended, so I just want to add this in here. I've gone and finished off the rear section on the BMW, and I've gone and made up a 4-inch pie cut dump tip. I think it just fills out the space in the bumper a lot nicer. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Got a hanger on the back here. Same sort of deal. Some aluminium I had. It does have a little flex in it. I may gusset this section here. I may not. I'll see how it goes for a little while. It feels pretty solid, like it doesn't wiggle around very much. Similar system to the way that Ethel is, minus the cat. And it's just 4-inch instead of 3-inch. So I've done this one much the same way. Yeah, it's tucked up pretty nice. Pretty keen to see what it sounds like with a full exhaust system now. So yeah, you guys will just have to keep an eye out for the next video on this thing. Also, while I'm here, I think I'm going to mount the trans cooler under here. I can tuck it up above the chassis rail here, although I'm not going to be able to put a fan on it. It's still going to radiate the heat better than the old radiator style transmission cooler, so I'll go with that. I'll probably mount it there. Keeps the hosing nice and short. But yeah, pretty happy with how that's come out. Hopefully it's not going to move too much. Oh, it'll be right. Sit there, and then that'll be the exhaust system finished. From there, I can get transcooler mounted and plumb up the transmission cooler lines. I'm thinking somewhere in this sort of area. May even squeeze it up in between these two. I don't know yet. I've got to try and figure something out. I'll have a look at that off camera. Yeah, power steering all sorted up there. Don't be an idiot like me and plumb it in backwards. But yeah, anyway, power steering works now. Got cooling system stuff, all that sort of nonsense. But yeah, anyway, I gotta go and get a trailer, get that lump loaded up for something special happening tomorrow. Hopefully it all goes well. Yeah, wish me luck. But for now, that's all I got the time for in this video. Don't forget, unleash the boost, CO2 to the world. Please leave your likes, comments down below and share a video. And I will see you guys in the next one with more BMW stuff. Hopefully we get to take it for a drive soon. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Something that says